Hi Sagittarius, let's see what's coming in for you for September. I've shuffled all the decks, just getting your energy into the cards one last time. All right, we're starting with the Eight of Pentacles. Nice. Crossed by the Three of Cups. The Seven of Wands. Interesting. The Eight of Swords. What's happening here? Six of Swords. Okay. Queen of Wands in your near future. Six of Wands in your advice position. Then we've got the Moon. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Wow, we're ending on a very big note. You got the Judgment in your outcome. I was wondering what was happening because everything's looking very sort of low level, but I shouldn't have been surprised because this has been happening with all of my reads for September. A lot of very kind of ordinary, mundane stuff that needs to happen either throughout the main part of September until the very end when things start picking up, which is definitely what's happening here in this read. Or it's like everything is mundane until I start pulling clarifiers and I see that there's actually a lot of big stuff happening in the background. It just might not be evident throughout the month. I feel like you've actually got a little bit of both going on there. To have the Judgment in your outcome, that suggests something really big is at play in the background throughout this month. This doesn't sort of happen all of a sudden. This is something that's kind of building. It's becoming something really powerful for you. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what this is. All right, bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Cups. Wow, you have the Wheel of Fortune under there as well with the Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Devil. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is the strongest card under here. It's playing a big role in whatever's happening here. And as I said, there is something going on in the background for this Wheel of Fortune and this Judgment card to come in. There's destiny at play here, and this is about really bringing you into a brand new level, stepping you right up. But the Four of Cups is interesting. It's a card of frustration, boredom. Oh, strangely, I got the word limitation for you. I don't normally get that with the Four of Cups. You might be limiting yourself a bit, or you're feeling limited or restricted and closing your heart off a little. This card is overseeing the whole read. So it's the energy that's going to be influencing the whole month, this Four of Cups. It might be a little bit of a struggle to come out of your shell a bit, to open your heart up a bit, but this is asking you to do so because something really incredible is going on in the background and it is part of your destiny. So don't lose faith if things feel like they're going a bit slow or there's a lot of mundane stuff going on that you'd rather not deal with. Just know something is in the works here. You've got some good stuff in here as well. So let's start though with your oracle cards. You had both oracle cards flip out while I was shuffling today. From the Enchanted Forest Oracle, you got Woodland Harmony. Find comfort and care in nurturing relationships. This is so sweet. So looking after those relationships, keeping your heart open to accept and welcome in those people that care about you and want to be part of your world and give you their love and care and support as you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with in your day-to-day life. From the Spirit Animals Oracle, you got Coyote with the Revealer of Truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Yes, you are getting that message coming through in that challenge position. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So this is a month for you to deal with some issues within, without, nothing really major. It's just some niggly stuff that I'm feeling already just from getting an overview of your spread. And these two cards are saying to try not to take things too seriously. Recognize that there's a reason with that Wheel of Fortune that these things are happening and try to find the joy in the play and lean on your friends and family, those people that love you and care about you and want to help support you through this. So I've talked about the Four of Cups already. I feel like all three of these cards that are overseeing the energy for this read will reveal a bit more about themselves as we go along. And I love that the Coyote is actually called the Revealer of Truth. I feel like things are going to be revealed to you as the month unfolds as well. You're starting off at, as I said, a kind of lower mundane level. And I feel like as the month progresses, you will start to see the reason that you had to work through these things as you were going along, especially heading towards that Judgment card. Okay, so your recent past, you have the Eight of Swords. This actually feels like it's explaining exactly what I'm feeling. There's been a period of time where you felt trapped, restricted, and can't see your way through things. The Eight of Swords is hinting that the main culprit for this feeling of being trapped and restricted is actually your own thoughts. Coming right underneath this Four of Cups, I feel like it's progressed from you feeling a little trapped by your thoughts, or maybe a bit of self-recrimination, limiting belief patterns, that kind of thing. I feel like those have shifted out of the thought space and are now influencing your emotions, and you're starting to feel a little bit more closed off. That sense of disappointment, and I said frustration before, but it's less a kind of aggravated, angry frustration and more a sense of resigned despondency. It's just this feeling of being a little bit flat. And when you feel flat, it's hard to keep your heart open to something new that wants to come in. And something new does want to come in with that cup in that sky there. This is hinting at the Ace of Cups. The universe wants to bring in this Ace of Cups. It wants to bring in these new blessings, this new passion, this new love. And coming right over the top of this Wheel of Fortune and this Six of Pentacles, this is something really powerful for you, something that could actually create a potent change in your life. So try to keep your heart open, but be gentle with yourself. Everything that I've seen so far in all of my reads, I think there was maybe one sign that kind of started pretty strongly out the gate and then kind of slowed up a little bit as we went along. But apart from that, all of the reads have indicated that September is going to start slow. It's going to move slowly pretty much the whole way through until we get to the end of the month. And if you don't experience that, that's amazing. You're powering through with no sign of slowing down. Fantastic. There may be, though, some aspect of your life that is going at a slower pace, that needs a little bit more patience and gentle self-care and understanding. Kind of be gentle with yourself through all of this. So this Eight of Swords is interestingly leading straight into this Eight of Pentacles. This sense of feeling trapped and limited. I feel like you've approached this really well by focusing on whatever project, whatever hobby, whatever task you've got going in your life that brings you a sense of satisfaction. You're working away, you're mastering this skill, and it's just satisfying for you. It's bringing you a sense of fulfillment in a very worldly way. There's something that's giving you satisfaction and fulfillment in your life, in your tangible reality. It's getting you out of your head, and I feel like it can help you open up your emotions a little bit more as well. So do keep doing that. That's going to be the key for you. It's in the heart of your spread. That's going to be really, really helpful for you to keep moving forward at that slow and steady pace. It's a perfect representation of how slow and steady can actually bring really great rewards. But you do have the Three of Cups in your challenge position. Now, this is asking you to take things a little less seriously, just like this coyote, to have a bit of fun and a bit of play, and particularly like this Woodland Harmony card as well, to connect with the people around you, connect with your friends and family, be a little bit more social. I feel like this Four of Cups, as I said, you've kind of turtled a bit. You've kind of closed yourself off a little bit. This is wanting you to be a little bit more open, to open your heart up. You might feel a bit, I'm getting that sense of, like when we got out of the lockdowns and things and everyone was feeling really kind of nervous and uncomfortable about actually having to be back in the world again and interacting with people in real life. I kind of got that flavor. It's like you've had a period of sort of retreat. You're really enjoying this work or project or skill, this hobby that you're working on. And it's like you're a little reluctant to be more social, to have a bit of play and a bit more fun in your life. I feel like there's just a bit too much seriousness going on. This card is asking you to have a bit of play, bring a bit more frivolity and fun back into your life. These three are also the three fates, these three women. They're weaving your destiny. So you want to engage with this because that's going to help bring in this Wheel of Fortune card more fully and more quickly for you. So I'm not sensing that it's going to be restricted if you're not having more fun and being more social, but it just may be a bit delayed. You really want to engage with those three fates and engage your heart again. Bring your heart and a sense of fun back into your world again, back into this work that you're doing, this project that you're working on. Laugh a little bit more at yourself with those thoughts that are plaguing your mind. Really bring in this coyote energy. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. That's the sense I'm getting. Laugh at yourself a little with this Eight of Swords. Try not to get too serious about your anxieties, your worries, your limitations, your fears for the future, anything like that. They can be dealt with without you getting so overwhelmed by anxiety and worry. You can actually be even more productive if you get out of your head, if you get out of that state of worry and limitation and feeling of being trapped. So do try to be a little bit lighter and have a bit more fun. These cards are asking you to do that. So this seems to be the way forward for you at this time. This isn't just me offering you my own advice. This is actually what the cards are showing me, particularly through that Coyote and that Three of Cups. I actually feel like you're already making progress because you've got have the Six of Swords in the crown of your reed. This is about moving away from choppy waters into calmer seas. And because they're swords, this is the mental suit. This is the swords of the mental suit. So this feels like you're already moving away from this sense of being trapped and limited by your thoughts. I kind of get the sense that you're actually moving away from the main culprit that's triggered this sense of limitation. So your inner work still needs to happen, but you are moving away from the trigger that sent you into this state in the first place, which is a fabulous thing. For some of you, this might actually be, because it's in the crown of your reed, you might be planning a trip, you might be planning a little bit of a holiday or even a move. This is about moving across the seas, so you might be having a trip overseas. And I feel like getting away from whatever's keeping you in this state of limitation will actually lift your spirits as well, give you that sense of frivolity and fun, reconnect you with your heart again. So if the opportunity does come up for you to have a trip, or even if this is still just like the planning stages, if you know you've got holiday time coming up later in the year or early next year, let yourself get excited about planning a trip, because even the planning can help bring that sense of fun and lightness back into your life again. The Seven of Wands is a really interesting card at the bottom of the spread. This is a really funny feeling that I'm getting because you've got the Queen of Wands in your near future as well. There is a part of you, it feels very Sagittarian. I'm not sure why. I don't know all of the links between the astrology and the tarot, but there's a flavor of Sagittarian fire here. It's a really nice, warm, energetic, bubbling, fun energy that's wanting to emerge, but it's just not ready. So below the surface at your subconscious level, you're kind of just putting it in stasis. You're holding it where it needs to be while you deal with this sword energy, this mental blockage, this kind of restricting energy. This is something that you need to process. That's why it's here. That's why it's turned up in your recent past, because this is why your heart is being a little bit closed off, and this is why your journey is looking the way it's looking on this path. It's part of this process. Something here needs to be released. Your own limiting self-belief needs to be released so that you can have more fun and move towards this Judgment card. But in the meantime, there is something, as I said, bubbling below the surface that's come. I feel like this has come before this Eight of Swords. There's something that was in the works before you got in your head. It may be connected to this Eight of Pentacles, but that kind of feels like a side project. It doesn't feel like your main work or main focus. It's something that's keeping you going through this. But whatever this Seven of Wands is relating to and linking to this Queen of Wands, this is something you've had in the works in the background, and it's very exciting, but it's either been stalled or it's taking its time to emerge. That's okay right now. This card here feels like it's telling me it's not over. It's holding its ground. It's just kind of waiting for things to be cleared so that you can take off. It's going to be ready to emerge fairly soon. I mean, this Queen of Wands in your near future is promising something vibrant and passionate and powerful coming back into your life. She's bringing joy with that sunflower, connecting to the sun card. She's connected to that Magician card with the wand and that little black cat. There's a bit of magic around her. She's got a lot of charisma and passion. And this feels like because it's a queen, it's more internally focused. This feels like this is you starting to get your passion back again. That whatever this is connected to, whatever exciting thing that you had in the works that's had to kind of be put on the back burner, or that you feel like has been blocked by people or situations around you, you're starting to get excited and passionate about it again. It's really beautiful. And I feel like part of that is if you can be, well, firstly, if you can connect with this mastering of skills and working on your projects, whatever that is that's bringing you fulfillment in whatever aspect of your life, if you can focus on that, that will help drive you towards that queen. But also if you can bring more fun back into your life, that's going to quicken this Queen of Wands energy. Something is building and it's getting you excited, but I feel like it's probably taken a while, and that's why you've gone back into that Eight of Swords energy. It's like, it's never going to happen. It wants you to get these cards, they want you to get out of your head. They want you to trust that that wheel is turning. It hasn't come fully to the surface yet, but it's playing in the background. Keep your heart open. Trust that the universe is ready to bring something in for you. It's just working at its own time. The main message with that Wheel of Fortune is divine timing. Trust in that divine timing. You've got the Six of Wands in your advice position. This is asking you to recognize the successes that you have had. You may have been restricted, things may have been held up, but these three Wands cards, they feel really positive and like something is building and pushing to come to the surface. And this Six of Wands is asking you to celebrate the small wins and the big wins, to acknowledge how far you've come, to acknowledge anything in your life that brings you joy. I'm connecting this now with the Woodland Harmony as well. Find comfort and care in nurturing relationships. Honor your relationships, celebrate your relationships. This is about being recognized for who you are. So recognize the people around you as well. Let them honor you and recognize you, and give that back. That will help open your heart up again. That connection with excitement and passion and friends and fun. This is a really beautiful card in this position. I also want you to get excited again. There's just this sense of celebration. Bring that excitement back in for whatever this project is that I'm feeling has been a little bit on the back burner. It's some idea, some passion project, something that had been exciting you for a while and it just kind of got put aside, pushed aside, or blocked. Bring the passion for that back in. Let the universe know that this is still something you want, and allow the universe to start offering you the blessings to actually manifest this, to make it happen. You have the Moon in your external factors, which is an interesting card. This is a card of confusion and lack of clarity. I'm getting the sense that there is kind of an external block going on here. Your limiting beliefs are the things keeping you trapped, but I feel like this situation that we're talking about, that this Queen of Wands is really starting to get excited about again, and that I want you to bring in more with that Six of Wands. The Moon card right alongside this Queen of Wands, it's like you can't see the way to make it manifest in the real world, or the people that you're having to utilize for whatever this is, the people you're bringing in to get involved with this situation. They don't have the same vision as you. They don't have the same clarity and passion for this. And so it's just a little bit of a struggle trying to navigate this. I think I'll pull clarifiers on that Moon to see if I can get, I mean, the Moon is all about a lack of clarity. And when it's in this position, I actually feel like it's not giving me clarity about what it's wanting to tell me. So I'm not going to talk too much about it now. I'm going to pull clarifiers to see if I can get any more information. But I'm definitely picking up a sense of confusion or uncertainty about how to navigate this path. We do have the Hermit's face in that Moon, which is always pointing towards trusting your own inner light. So this may be a sense of you just needing to rely on your own vision and your own inner compass to guide you through this if the people around you that you're needing to work with can't see the path. But as I said, I'll pull some clarifiers on that one. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. This makes perfect sense to me. You are wanting this new beginning and you want it to be tangible. You're not just wanting this inner hope and vision and passion. You're wanting something tangible to actually start happening. You're wanting this seed to be planted and to grow. But it feels like that's what's been held up here. It's like something is in the works, but it's still kind of at that energetic level. Everything's there, it just hasn't started manifesting yet. And I do feel that sense of frustration coming in with that Ace of Pentacles, because you're not asking for anything big. You just want it to at least start here. It's the Ace. And it's just feeling like it's still at this energetic level. Those wands are about energy and fire. They're not the pentacles, which are tangible. You had this amazing Eight of Pentacles in the center there, but as I said, I feel like that's kind of a side project. It's not really connected to whatever this passion is. There's something here that you really want to bring in, and for whatever reason it hasn't fully manifested. I'm going to pull obviously clarifiers on whatever I can here to see if I can get some clarity on what's holding it up and whether it's coming in next. But I mean, to have the Judgment in your outcome, I'm not actually feeling for certain yet whether this is telling me that this is going to manifest and that's what's going to change your life, or if there's just this massive inner transformation that renders whatever this is kind of moot. I'm hoping it's not the latter. I would love you to have a massive internal transformation, which is what the Judgment usually indicates. But I would also like for this exciting new thing to actually start manifesting for you, because I can feel your passion for it. For this Judgment card, this is the angel calling the dead back to life. So you have angelic protection and support, and they are calling you. This is the divine wisdom of your destiny calling you into this higher purpose. This is such a profound shift for you. You're coming back to life again. I feel like this is an indication that your heart will reopen by this point, because you can't really level up without bringing your heart into it. Whatever this is a big transformation for you. It's a good, exciting transformation. All right, let me pull some clarifiers for you. I definitely want to pull on that moon and that Judgment, but before we get to them, I would like to get a bit more information on what this is. These 4 cards here feel pretty clear to me, and I hope I got the message across pretty clearly to you about how to navigate this energy. It's I don't normally pull on these ones, but it's the underlying energy, this bubbling passion, this project that I feel like you really want to bring into reality and that's still sort of holding its position in the background. That's kind of what I want to look at here. So this 7 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I'll see if I can get any information, because it's going to be different for everyone. Ooh, okay. Right. We got the 7 of Swords. And then we got the Empress. Wow. This is about you birthing something new into the world. You want this. This is the pregnant stage though. This is again before this planting, before anything's actually been birthed. This is the moment before. But it's building. There's a sense of things starting to burst their seams. You know, she's ready to birth this. It's that old saying of being pregnant with possibilities. You know, it's so full, it's ready to come out. You just need it to come out. But that 7 of Swords is kind of hinting that there's something hidden that's just not quite letting it come out yet. And it's not quite letting me see why or what it is yet. We'll see what the next card is. But I can feel this coming through. Oh my goodness. I just got the Hermit. Yeah, the cards aren't going to tell me much more about this. It's really frustrating. This is kind of telling me that you've got to know this for yourself. You've got to go. It's just the Hermit card in the moon, the Hermit's face in that moon card there. It's just basically telling me that this is something that you need to go within and trust yourself. Trust that this vision that you have, this thing that you're wanting to birth into your life, into your world, is truly a heart project. You've got a high vision. This is a very high connection that you've got. That's the infinity symbol in the vertical axis, connecting the heart with that higher self, that higher wisdom. This is a very important thing for you. And because it's going to be different for everyone, these cards, as I said, there's something hidden. It's not going to let me see, but there's also something hidden from you. It's like you can't see the secret to how to bring this in. This coyote is called the revealer of truth. I feel like this is hinting that something will come in, that you'll gain this clarity once that moon card clears, but it might not come until the end of September, even into October. But these cards are asking you to trust yourself here, trust your vision of this, trust your heart on this, and let your inner light guide you through this. Okay, let me pull on that moon card now. Okay. Right. This is funny. We had 3 cards all flip over together. You got the Judgment. This is a big deal. I didn't really connect that Judgment here with that Moon card, but I'm pulling on the Moon now. So this Judgment card coming out here, it's coming out twice. It's a very important message for you. This is telling me this is part of this journey. This is part of the awakening. There's a reason there's a lack of clarity here. It's like the lack of clarity surrounding you is forcing you to go within that Hermit card and find your own path. Trust yourself. Trust your own inner vision. And it's like you need to be really strong with this. I just got drawn back though to this code again. Don't take things too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Let this come from a sense of fun and play and keeping your heart open. But it's like you've got to be really strong and firm with what you love, what you want, and what you want to bring into the world. You got the 4 of Cups again as well. It's really pointing to you keeping your heart open, keeping yourself open to the universe, bringing in these blessings. Because it's a cup, it might be more subtle. It's not as tangible as that pentacle that you're wanting to come in, but it's something really special. It's something the universe wants to bless you with. So keep your heart open and trust that your heart will guide you through this confusion. And if the people around you are muddying the waters and it's just making it really hard to see clearly, don't close yourself off. Really trust yourself in this with that Hermit card and that Hermit's face and the Moon. The final card is the 5 of Pentacles. I actually feel like because it's connected to the Moon, it's like the people that you're involved with, they're the ones with this poverty mindset. They cannot see how to navigate this because they're not trusting their inner light. They're not trusting their inner guidance, that inner warmth. They're walking outside in the cold. So these cards feel like they're saying you need to bring this in. You need to bring this to the table. And if there are people that you do need to work with on this and they're just not getting it, it may be time to find someone else to help out with this or just to rely on yourself. I'm getting a lot of self-reliance here. This is your baby. This is your baby that you're wanting to bring in. This is your passion project. And it's way too important for you to leave it up to people that are in this 5 of Pentacles energy, because it's the Judgment twice. This is too big a deal, especially with that Destiny card hidden under that 4 of Cups back there. Don't lose heart. That's what those four of Cups, the 2 4 of Cups there are saying. Don't lose heart with this, and don't let the people around you, the naysayers around you that can't grasp your vision, drag you down. You're much bigger than this, and this is much too important for you to be listening to these lower energies, people that just aren't getting it. All right, let's pull on that Judgment card. Yes, okay. Amazing. Wow, you got the 10 of Wands and the World. These are both cards hinting at the end of a cycle and the starting of something new, but the World card is like a massive elevated version of this 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands in this card is the end of a harvest and reaping your rewards. So this tells me whatever this situation is for you, as I said, it's going to be different for everyone. Whatever this is for you, this card is telling me that something is going to be resolved here and you are going to start seeing the fruits of all your labor, all of that effort you've expended. Something is going to start coming back to you. It's going to start showing results, which is awesome. But again, with this World card, this is all hinting that this is a much bigger deal than it might seem on the surface. The World is the final card of the tarot. It truly is the ending of a cycle. And I feel like this, with those Judgment cards, is why you need to move through this 8 of Swords energy, why you need to release your old limiting thoughts, things that are keeping you restricted. And this again, that blindfold where she can't see a way through, that's kind of pointing at that Moon card again. It's such a low level energy, and it's like you can recognize why the people around you can't see it because you've been in that spot before. You're moving past that now. For you to shift with this World and this Judgment, this is such a massive transformation. And for you to move into that space, you need to release these lower level energies. You need to let go of being small. Keep your heart open and allow yourself to be big. Be this Hermit, this Empress, this Judgment, and this World card. This is such a huge shift, huge transformation. And while you're going through all of this, remember that Woodland Harmony card as well. Find comfort and care in nurturing relationships. That's sort of pointing at that Empress as well. There are going to be people around you that are not in that moon energy, that Five of Pentacles energy. They're going to be the ones that support you and encourage you through this, especially with that Six of Wands there. Oh my goodness. We just had the Death card flip over. Yeah, this is a huge ending. These three cards, they're all telling the same story. Something major is ending and you're becoming a new version of you. Apart from the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands is hinting that you are going to get some tangible results coming through towards the end of September, going into October. But I'm almost feeling like when that starts happening, it's almost going to be, it's kind of what I was saying before, it's almost going to be not as interesting and exciting as the things that are going on within you. It's like you're going to start recognizing that you have been living through limiting beliefs, through a limited perspective on how to live your life, on how to experience the world. And when you start finally getting the fruits of all your hard labor and actually seeing tangible results, you're going to be so big and have so much clarity and vision and insight into who you are. You're going to have gone through such a massive shift that this is kind of going to be the icing on the cake. Everything else is so much bigger. This Death card I particularly love because this guy's standing in the middle of a stampede with the sky opening up above him, that huge funnel, and he's just calm and happy and content. He's not concerned at all. That's kind of the flavor I'm getting. It's like everything's going, and same with the World card in this deck. This woman's resting in this beautiful dancer's pose, but she's not caught up in the drama. She's not caught up even in the movement. She's just resting. And that's kind of how I feel you're going to be by the time you get to the end of this. You're going to be elevated to such a high state that even the wonderful changes that are coming in are just going to be sweetness. You don't need to rely on them because you're going to be so much more patient. It's that kind of old spiritual adage of finding that joy within you rather than seeking it without. That's kind of where you're going to be at the end of this. There's going to be so much within you that's satisfying and fulfilling that the things that happen around you are, again, just like icing on the cake. I'm so excited for you, Sagittarius, but just know it's going to take its time. This isn't coming in at the start of September. This is going to be something that builds and builds, and you need to have a part in this. Remember, you need to work on releasing those limiting beliefs, keeping your heart open, and being a little bit more social and playful, trying to bring that sense of fun back into your life. That sense of fun feels key. That Three of Cups is in your challenge position. It's the main challenge for you through September. Find that sense of fun and play, reconnect with your heart, because I feel like that's going to be key for shifting you into that judgment space, that world, that Death card. And at the bottom of the deck with this one, we've got the Hierophant as well. It's that same energy. This is a very spiritual card. He's got the voice of God. He's so deeply connected with the universe, with nature. His third eye is connected with that bison, buffalo. It's a very spiritual card, and he's got that stillness, that sense of connection and contentedness. It's a sense of lifting above the ordinary. I feel like that's the main message I'm getting. You are being elevated above the ordinary, Sagittarius. So just follow those little pieces of advice that came through. Reconnect with your heart. Get out of your limiting beliefs. Get out of your head. And trust yourself. Be really strong with that inner sense of self-belief. Okay, amazing. Wow, powerful time. So let me pull 3 final message cards for you, see what comes out. And that will be it for your September read. What a month. It's a powerful month for you. All right, okay, interesting. We've got the Eight of Wands. We're finally getting some speed coming in. I've had so little of that through my September reads. Anytime the Knight of Swords has come in, it's always been a don't go too fast kind of message. But yeah, well, okay. The Knight of Pentacles just flipped over. Yes, okay. So you're getting some kind of news or information or burst of energy coming in fast, but the Knight of Pentacles is all slow and steady. And that's very much what we were getting with that Eight of Pentacles. Go nice and slow and steady. You will see better results if you take your time. No need to rush this. So whatever that fresh wind, that fresh burst of energy, the news or communication that's coming in with that Eight of Wands, it's coming in fast, But this is asking you not to rush into a decision or a change of direction. This is asking you to go nice and slow, take your time, assess all the details, make sure you know what's involved if a new direction is coming into play or some kind of news or communication is coming in that might be asking you to make a change in your life. Go nice and slow and make sure all the details are in place for making any drastic changes. Wow, the Star flipped over and then you've got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Amazing. And the Fool at the Ten of Wands again. Love it. You're almost at the end of this long journey of carrying these burdens. You're almost there. He's almost home. Just keep pushing forward. You're almost there. It's a brand new journey for you, a brand new adventure. The Lovers is pretty much what I was saying before. Choose love, follow your heart, embrace your relationships. Welcome in that love again, welcome in passion. Let yourself connect with fun and laughter and joy and bring lightness and love and passion back into your life again. This is another angel watching out for you. They want you to find this love. Find it within, find it without, and allow this love to elevate you. You've got that mountain in the background. It's like a volcano. It wants to erupt. It's that Empress card there. She's ready to erupt. That's what this volcano is. It wants to erupt, but you've just got to climb to the top so you can get shot up into the sky. Finding that high spiritual love. That's what we want here. Now this Star card, this is your wishes potentially being granted. But because it's coming after this Knight of Pentacles, again, this is asking you to be mindful not to rush into any new changes. Go nice and slow. Lay the foundations for these wishes to be granted and make sure that your subconscious is in alignment with your conscious mind. This is the subconscious becoming conscious, the unmanifest becoming manifest. So this is the universe wanting to manifest your subconscious wishes. So you need to make sure that what you're wishing for at a subconscious level is in alignment with what your conscious mind thinks it wants. And that's very much why this Eight of Swords is here. You need to get rid of those limiting beliefs, because if they're holding you back, even at a subconscious level, then the universe is going to create wishes that are limited. You want to be limitless. You want to open your mind and your heart to all the possibilities. That is why that Lovers card is here and why this Fool card is here. Bring something brand new. It might be unexpected. If you can keep your heart and mind open, and when I say limiting beliefs, I'm literally talking about not limiting your wishes. Don't restrict yourself. Don't ask for a piece of cake when you can ask for a whole cake or 10 cakes. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Try to be limitless in your wishes, be limitless in your belief in yourself and who and what you are. You are so much bigger than these small limiting beliefs, that Five of Pentacles and that Eight of Swords. But you're doing this. You are, as I said, moving away from whatever triggered this. And once you're free of that, things are going to open up and be a lot more easy to navigate and to bring that fun and that passion in. This is an incredible time, Sagittarius. I can't wait to see what you do with all of this, and I wish you all the best.